If you haven't had a chance to read it, I highly recommend you check out Old Man's War. Very good, very Heinlein-esque, although all his characters tend to be a little snarky. Everybody can't be snarky. That kind of takes the fun out of it. Anyway, I did a very, very quick little modification to the M77 and to the right leg and upper leg piece, the hip piece. And let me show you what I did. I ran to the hardware store and I grabbed two things. First was a packet of super magnets. And these were the 0.7 inch size, 0.7 inch diameter size. And, well, there's one of them. There's one of them right there. I'll come back and talk about that in a minute. The other thing I grabbed was some epoxy. And that's probably a lot more than needed, but you know, I can use it for other stuff. So anyway, here's what I did. I grabbed these magnets because I wanted some way to walk around without having to actually put this pistol, carry this pistol in my hand. So what I did was I got the large magnet. Now, as you can see, fighting with the actual magnet now. The magnet itself is slightly larger in diameter than this particular sanding bit. This is the 1/2 inch sanding bit, so that's a 0.7 inches diameter. So what I did was I just took this outside, very lightly drilled down in there, and then again, very, very easily, a lot more subtly than this, I made the hole for the magnet a little bit larger. Now, what I did was it wasn't perfectly sized for a magnet, so when I pushed this magnet into place, it actually was grabbed onto by the foam. And also, I drilled it a little bit deeper than the magnet is. And the magnet's not very thick. It's only about yay thick. But I drilled it a little bit deeper. And that way, when I mixed up the epoxy, I put the epoxy down in the hole and then pressed the magnet into place. And then the magnet made good contact with the epoxy. I think it oozed out just maybe a little tiny bit around the edges, not much, but that's exactly what I wanted because the epoxy is going to grab the magnet and grab the foam at the same time. And when it completely hardens up, it'll be very, very solid. Now, here's what I did for the leg piece. It's a little trickier to see, but I basically did the same thing. I took the Dremel bit, worked this hole straight down, but I drilled it all the way through the layer of the floor foam and actually just slightly into this 5 mil craft foam. And the reason for that is I want as little distance as possible. I think in this case I'm going to get like a couple of millimeters, maybe 3 millimeters of foam between the magnets. And then I put a big blob of the epoxy down in here, down in this hole that I drilled, and then push the magnets in from the back. Now, one thing you got to make sure you do is make sure that you've got the positive side of the magnet here facing the negative side of the magnet here. You put a Sharpie mark or something on there. Don't worry, I did make sure this was right. So anyway, push the magnet all the way down under the epoxy. In this case, I just used a craft stick to do that. And the epoxy is going to, when it 100% hardens, it's going to be super hard right there. Right now, it's still just a little on the tacky side, but it's fine for demo purposes here. So anyway, here's the pistol, and just like that. Now, how strong is it? Pretty strong. I've got two of the magnets on the back here, one of the magnets on the pistol, and well, oh well. So it's strong enough, I think, that as long as I'm not jumping up and down, that it's going to hold in place. Now, ideally, what I would have done when I was originally making this, I would have gone on the back side of this, drilled that same hole like I did on the back side here, and then attached the magnets on the back side. That would have given me a stronger bond because, of course, the epoxy would be drowning the magnet basically. But as it is, I think everything's in pretty good shape. So that's certainly an idea for how you can do that. Now, you could certainly do something similar with other items, but I think realistically the pistol is going to be the smallest, the largest thing that you can probably do this with. So with that, I guess that's it for now. The plan is to wear the wear the armor to the Bisbee Halloween Street Party. That's supposed to be October 25th. And it's a lot of fun, always has been. And very least, I'm going to post some pictures, maybe a little bit of video I took down there. So with that, have a happy Halloween, and if I don't talk to you before then, have a happy Thanksgiving as well. Although, if you want a how-to video for something to do with those pumpkins, I'll be glad to do it for you. Just let me know in the comments. Bye.